problem. On your ballot in April is a measure to continue Lincoln's quarter-cent sales tax for street improvements. A vote against eliminates the street funding. A vote for will not raise your taxes and keeps the funding in place. And better roads means faster response times. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com.
We use our Lincoln streets every day, and so do first responders. But visitors and out-of-town commuters also do. A quarter-cent sales tax for streets passed by voters in 2019 makes those commuters pay about $6 million a year to improve streets. On your ballot in April is a measure to continue it. A vote against means no more funds from commuters. A vote for will not raise your taxes, and commuters still pay. Learn more at LincolnOnTheMove.com. Paid for by the City of Lincoln.
Well, it's the middle of winter, the holidays are over, and the weather is unpredictable. Isn't there anything to look forward to? You bet there is! Cash Blast from your Nebraska Lottery is back! Until April 1st, buy a 2x2 ticket and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win one of 7 weekly drawings for $5,000 or $500. And if your voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket, your prize is doubled. Hey, there's nothing like a little green to cure the winter blues. 2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in on Semifinal Friday. We are back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena as Game 1 is underway between Lincoln Lutheran and Ashland-Greenwood. Lincoln Lutheran, the number 1 seed in Class C1 action, while Ashland-Greenwood, the number 5 seed. They knocked off 4-seeded Cozad in the quarterfinal earlier this week. Lincoln Lutheran has the basketball. Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman with you as the Warriors will fire a 3, and banging it home is Ryan Hager. Jay, let's talk big picture real quick. Incredible day yesterday of hoops across all levels, high school, college. I mean, there were some incredible shots. Yeah. Obviously, Barrett Bozinger's here. Semifinal Friday has a lot of hype to live up to as Lincoln Lutheran steals it, and going the other way to lay it in is Jacob Dutzman.
Yeah, I think one thing you have to realize, though, obviously the shot by Bozinger was legendary. He goes down in Nebraska basketball state championship history.
Yeah.
And then it kind of was just one of those days, and anything after, like, not substantial was a little bit of a letdown. You kind of felt for Scott Catholic and them afterwards. And obviously, DC Lewis got the brunt end of Scott Catholic yesterday, but it's just one of those days. I think a few years ago when you had Chucky Hedbrun against, Hunter Salas and all those guys, that goes down in history. This year, I think Class B probably has, a little bit more star power along with, this class here in C1. And Class A is up for grabs. And then, when you look at Class A, it's separation, Friday or semifinal, and this is when it really gets good. The upsets led to blowouts from the districts. Now you're getting good teams on good teams.
So it's Lincoln Lutheran against Ashland-Greenwood with you, a C1, the semifinals, as the winner of this one plays in tomorrow's state championship game at 11 a.m. That'll be able to be heard right here on the ticket, as Lutheran has it up 5-0, just underway here, 6:05 to go in the first quarter. As on the left side, here's with it, Lincoln Lutheran Warriors with it down low. The Warriors backing down the smaller defender off the glass, will not fall. And Ashland-Greenwood gets the rebound on the nice defensive board by Jack Johnson.
Yeah, Ashland-Greenwood is, missed a couple bunnies. Obviously missed a easy shot there by Kel Kissinger that he can make. And then you got one coming back here with Westhold to get him off the snide here. But Lincoln Lutheran looks a little bit more like a well-oiled machine. And also, Nick, Glines, Hager. We called their game against Pius in the football. You got multiple sport athletes out here on the big stage.
Here's Lincoln Lutheran up 5-2 with the basketball in the lane. It is Stowell. Stowell can't get his layup to go from the right side. And Ashland-Greenwood in unfamiliar territory. They're normally and more accustomed to being a 1 or a 2 seed. Here this year, a 5 seed, but still playing on semifinal Friday.
Yeah, we see the same thing kind of with Scott Catholic, right? They came in as a 4 seed in the Class B. Same with Ashland-Greenwood. They won it last year, and sometimes you got to go through the trials and tribulations. They'll kind of mixing in new players, and sometimes good losses, a loss is a good loss, but I think you're facing a team in Lincoln Lutheran that is ready to challenge them and wholeheartedly versus in years past, right? And so, sometimes you get championship games and semifinals. You see this all the time, and, we've seen it actually – in the girls I felt like last week when North Star was against Millard West, that was essentially a championship game, and you might get that here today.
5-2 baseline inbound here for Lincoln Lutheran. As on the right side, it is Stowell, number Hager. That's Hager on the take, and Stowell tried to hit the shot, unable to do so. But here coming back the other way, it's Ashland-Greenwood. The Blue Jays with the basketball on the left side now with it is Mose. He dribbles towards the top of the key. They pass it now right side in the lane off the glass, and we have a whistle and a blocking foul going against the Lincoln Lutheran Warriors. 2 shots coming up for Ashland-Greenwood.
Yeah, a little pin down. Ashland-Greenwood tried to get it to their leading scorer, actually, for the last 2 years, Derek Tonjes, who's a pretty good player. He comes in averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds. Leads them in assists, leads them in steals, and in blocks. I mean, he's all everything for Ashland-Greenwood. A little tight right here. He's generally a pretty consistent player. I see him all the time in the summer, and he plays. Funny thing is, he's 6'5", 6'6". He plays quarterback.
Wow.
But you know what? I think for Lincoln Lutheran, when you look at them and Coach Bowens, he would have liked to seen a charge call there. I think that was a good job getting there and get set. But I think he was inside the halo. And so a little bit of feeling out here process, about another minute or two that I think they're going to pick up the offense output.
Which in high school basketball, the halo's not applicable. Right. However, it still gives the referees an idea of where they're at on the playing surface.
A reference point here.
Yeah. Here's Tonjes for Ashland-Greenwood inside the lane. He kicks it back out near the logo to Mose. Mose with the basketball, top of the key, passing it right side to the wing. Here it is. And Ashland-Greenwood, Cal Kissinger wasn't able to get it back to Mose underneath the bucket. It goes out of bounds to the Lincoln Lutheran Warriors.
Yeah, Cal Kissinger, the 6'2" guard coming in, averaging 11 points. Probably playing a little bit in a hurry right now. He's a pretty good player. He's a really good athlete. And his dad was a really good athlete, I think, a basketball player, actually, I think, at Nebraska Westland when they won a championship. So he'll settle in here, and he'll start getting on track here.
4:08 to go. 3-pointer on the way for Dutzman is not going to go for Lincoln Lutheran. And back the other way, we're going with Ashland-Greenwood. The Blue Jays in their blue jerseys, Lincoln Lutheran in their whites with the gold letters and numbers. Nice little gold pattern down each side of the shirts and the shorts. Here is Tonjes. Tonjes at the Big Ten logo, spinning around, pivoting, tries to finish with the left hand, can't do it. Gets his own rebound, and we have a foul on the putback on number 1 for Lincoln Lutheran. That's Braxton Glines, the 6-foot junior.
Yeah, Braxton Glines didn't like that. I think there was a good clean block there. He was just going for, the rebound attempt and a little bit of body, but when you're 6 foot tall going against a 6'6" guy here, you're probably not too happy. Now, if I'm Coach Bowens here, I like that last shot by Dutzman, right, just to kind of get him going. He hadn't had a shot yet, and that's fine. We've seen Ashland-Greenwood over the last few years when they didn't have a shot clock. Essentially, the game would be 40-28, just bleed the clock.
Yep.
I think that might be the little reason why they came in a little bit lower, adjusting to the shot clock.
In the lane, we have a foul on the floor called on Ashland-Greenwood. I think they might get number 23. Yeah. So Derek Tonjes with the foul. They seem, though, on offense, Ashland-Greenwood likes that matchup with Derek Tonjes.
Yeah, I mean, he's an all-everything player. He does everything for you. He leads you in every single category, and he's not a selfish player. I think sometimes when you have somebody that comes in, and we've seen this in Class A, right, just want to score, and don't distribute. But I think with Ashland-Greenwood, you got to think you have Tonjes coming in at 17.
Yeah.
You have Westerhold coming in at essentially 12. Kel Kissinger at 11, and then you got sporadic from there. You got 3 guys, in double digits. Your lead player is distributing just as much as scoring.
Moving screen, offensive foul on Lincoln Lutheran, gives it back to Ashland-Greenwood. We're tied at 5. In the lane, Greenwood with the bucket, and a nice job there by Cottrell for Ashland-Greenwood, giving the Blue Jays a 7-5 lead. They're on a 7-0 run as Lincoln Lutheran has been 0 of their last 4 from the field. On the left side, here's Dutzman. Dutzman gives it now to Coleman. Coleman knocks down the defender. Whistle. Touch pass right side. Wing ball. 3 ball. No good on the attempt. And the rebound corralled by Mose of Ashland-Greenwood. 3:03 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-5. Ashland-Greenwood, Nick Sander, Jay Foreman with you. Here is Kissinger. Kissinger with it for the Blue Jays on offense, leading by 2. Ashland-Greenwood, the 5 seed. Lincoln Lutheran, the number 1 seed here in Class C1 action. As Mose has it now to Kissinger. Kissinger with it on the right side, stops at the elbow, turns around, gives it now to Tonjes. Tonjes kicks it out. 3-ball, far corner, off back iron, will not fall. And the defensive rebound cleared by Ernst of Lincoln Lutheran. Up the floor, the Warriors running the baseline, and we have a blocking foul down low on Cottrell of Ashland-Greenwood.
Yeah, Cottrell, got caught there in a matchup he probably doesn't really like there against Hager. Good job there by Lincoln Lutheran. Right now, that you got to see it right now, you got to start bringing it to these guys. And I like straight line drives against Ashland-Greenwood to try to get their star players in trouble now. Also, I think they need a little bit more crisper motion in Lincoln Lutheran as far as their offensive flow here.
Yeah. Here is Stoll with the basketball now to the right side. It's Ernst down low, working his Dutzman in the lane. The reverse layup, it's good, and he is so talented.
Yeah, he's all everything in every single sport. A really good-looking athlete. He gave him a little bit of a Keem Olajuwon spin move. That was a pretty sweet move here early in the morning.
Here's Tonjes on the block, spin, the floater. It bounces off, no good, and the rebound cleared. Nice job by Lincoln Lutheran. Good rebound there by Grant Kuhlman.
Yeah, Grant Kuhlman's a big guy in the middle. Comes off the bench, but he does a lot of great things. But I like what
And once again, Dutzman able to answer the call.
If you're Coach Jacob Mose, you better get a timeout. You got heat. Green beans is coming at you. He's even smiling over there. Hanging in the air, look a little bit like Jordan early in the morning.
The body control by Dutzman's impressive, especially on that last possession in the lane. Here it is with Ashland-Greenwood. Westerhold, far corner, Cottrell. He's fouled on the three-point shot, and he's going to go to the line to shoot one. As he hits the 3 from the far corner, the foul's going to go on Kuhlman, and one more free throw for the 4-point play coming up for Cottrell.
Yeah, walk it off, big dog. And he shot the first one. You're like, that's a 4th shot, but Coach Mose, big man, can do it. And here's the thing about Cottrell where he could maybe find some rhythm. He comes in averaging 4 points, so if he hits this, he's right on target. But he's a big man that can be physical on defense and on offense. Set picks. Now he's the stretch 5.
Yeah.
It links into your defense, and you get guys out there like, he's not going to make it. Big shot there from the big forward there, the sophomore forward at that.
Barrett Cottrell able to convert on the 4-point play. As now a pass on the other end taken away by Ashland-Greenwood. Here comes Westerhold. Westerhold now to Tonjes. Tonjes right side, Fangmeyer into the game for Ashland-Greenwood. He has it at the top of the key. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. If you can already believe it, this one's flying by early morning on semifinal Friday. The pass down low, working to Westerhold. Westerhold, and he kicks it through the lane, top of the key, Tonjes. The dribble drive, splits through 2 defenders. Great step, and Tonjes gets 2 points.
Yeah, a little jump step there, for 6'5", 6'6", to be that agile. That's a pretty great move, pretty sweet move.
On the right side, it's Ernst, now top of the key with Hager. Hager crossing over right to left, trying to work on Kissinger, gets him to jump in the air and draws the foul. Good move by Ryan Hager.
Yeah, it's always really good when you got a veteran team there. So if I'm Coach Bowens, you don't worry about a 4-point deficit. You got to get your offense going, and he'll deal with that at the end of the first quarter. The experience to say, we're going to go to our best player, get inside the lane, off of 2 feet, good pump fake into the body, slow this momentum down of Ashland-Greenwood.
First free throw on the way is no good off the front of the iron by Hager. One more coming up with 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 13-9 Ashland-Greenwood.
Nick, right here, this is a feeling out process. You got 2 teams that most likely you think that when the season starts, you're beating the championship, you're getting in the semifinals. It runs here. The crowd here is obviously very, very, energetic. But so you just got to settle in here. I like the way this first quarter is ended. Yeah. This is going to be a game that comes down to the buzzer here.
36 seconds and counting to go in the first quarter. Here's Kissinger. Kissinger with it at the top of the key near the logo. Passes it left side for Ashland-Greenwood to Westerhold. Westerhold now to Barrett Cottrell. He gives it right back. Now good motion on the outside. Kissinger, great find down low. The reverse layup is good by Barrett Cottrell.
Barrett Cottrell is coming off the bench, and that's a matchup that actually Coach Mose must like. 6 points early from the big man, the sophomore.
In the lane, Hager, his shot's blocked. Blocked again. They're letting him play the throw. The pass down the floor is hauled in. The layup is good by Westerhold, and Ashland-Greenwood leads by 7. There's the horn, and the end of the first quarter. Your score, 5 seed, Ashland-Greenwood 17, Lincoln Lutheran 10. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds, right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What is up? We are back at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman. Class C1 semifinal action. Lincoln Lutheran gets us rolling here in the second quarter. They trail at 17-10. Lincoln Lutheran, the 1 seed, here on the top of the key with it is Stoll. Stoll with the basketball. He has it on the right wing, passes now left side. Lincoln Lutheran does to Hager. Hager probably was fouled on the other end. A no call as Dutzman goes strong to the rim as Mose fell down. Was that just nature-nurture thing?
Nature versus nurture, and Dutzman is obviously springy. He almost jammed that bad boy. He was trying to make a statement there, and I like that call coming out of the second quarter or the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah.
Prove a point right there by the Lincoln Lutheran head coach right there. Let you know we're going to our best player.
Here's Westerhold. Westerhold left side. It's Mose. Mose drives baseline. He gets cut off. Good defense there by Ernst. Now a pass through the lane is going to be bobbled, and it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Ashland-Greenwood.
Yeah, Hager, you know, having a little reminiscence of the fall. He said, listen, it's a 50-50 ball. I need that bad boy. He was off it. He tried to prove a point. I think that Coach Bowens has said, we got to crank up our intensity. And, I think one thing that also has to be, that's a travel.
In the lane, Cal Kissinger is able to get the right-handed layup to go. It's now 19-12. Ashland-Greenwood just underway here in the second quarter. 3 ball on the way. Dutzman can't connect, but the long shot generates a long rebound hauled in by Lincoln Lutheran. Here they get another crack at it on offense. With it is Stoll. Now to Hager rather. Now Dutzman with it in the far corner, just inside the perimeter, working on Mose in the lane. The reverse is no good, and it's rebounded by Derek Tonjes.
Yeah, good defensive stop there. They double-teamed him late. He almost had a chance to make it through that double team. Too much Blue Jays right there in the middle of the lane.
Back cut down the center of the lane by Tonjes. It does not go on the floater. Body's on the floor, and it's going to be out of bounds to Lincoln Lutheran.
Yeah, Tonjes is a little bit mad at himself. He's probably missed a couple bunnies, and Kel Kissinger missed a bunny to start the game. It's kind of the flow nerves and stuff. You're kind of playing a little bit faster than you're used to. You got to stick with it, and they'll start to fall.
Here, top of the key, it's Stoll. Stoll with the basketball, gives it left side Hager. Hager tries to step through the lane. The layup is no good, but they're going to call a traveling violation on Ryan Hager.
Yeah, that's a big call right there. I liked it. It's called it right there, Nick. Jab and gallop step. That's a long drive right there. Coach Bowens is saying, I like that move.
Yeah.
Subjective call, but you guys got to deal with it, keep playing. And I think you got number 5 coming in here, Fiddler right here. Yeah. Not Frankie Fiddler, the 5'9" guard here, providing a little bit of a 2-3 option. He is a 3-point shooter. Let's see if he pays dividends.
In the lane, Tonjes is fouled, and Derek Tonjes is going to go to the line to shoot 2 after he is fouled by, I believe, they're going to get Jacob Dutzman with this one, and Tonjes will go to the line.
Yeah, Nick, one time, here's what you have to understand here, and obviously we're on the radio. Sometimes you can come in so fast in your body control. It was a clean block, not a lot of body, and when you're going one way and it's called, what centrifugal force is? No, you don't. Centrifugal forces bring you to the earth. It can look like a more egregious foul than it is, and I think that was it right there. Lincoln Lutheran fans agree with me.
20-12 is your score. 6:03 to go in the second quarter. Here comes Lincoln Lutheran across the timeline. It's Ernst. He'll drive in the lane. The layup is good. Good shot
I like
by Ernst.
that by Ernst. Change the speed on the big man. Get up in there off the glass. I like it. Secondary break. Big move there by Lincoln Lutheran.
Trent Ernst has his first 2 points of the day. As now top of the key, it's Kissinger. Kissinger with it on the left side. He gets held up now on the left wing. Westerholt. Westerholt top of the key to Tonjes. Tonjes versus Dutzman. This is the matchup to watch for one-on-one battles. Now pass tipped away, taken away. Lincoln Lutheran going the other way with Fiddler. Fiddler to Ernst. He'll bring it across the timeline. Back to Fiddler. Fiddler, the pass down low to Dutzman, who's working on the undersized Mose. Now Fiddler on the right wing. Back to Dutzman. Dutzman with the basketball. Back to Fiddler. He'll shot fake from three. Drive into the lane. Gets cut off by Weatherholt. Gets it out to Stoll. Stoll left side looking for help. Finds Fiddler. He'll fire the three, and he's unable to hit it. Rebound saved from going out of bounds into Lincoln Lutheran. And we have a reach-in foul on Ashland-Greenwood.
Great play there by Trenton Ernst. We saw him actually play against Pius. Is it Pius 10th or X? I don't want to be disrespectful.
It's Pius the 10th.
Pius the 10th. I'm giving him all respect now for what they did for him yesterday.
Okay.
Pius the 10th. We saw him on the football field make huge plays like that as well. Those little plays like that, Nick, is a championship pedigree Coach Bounds wants to see for the rest of the game.
Here on the right side, Dutzman. Dutzman with the basketball. 4:51 to go in the second quarter. It's 20-14. Ashland-Greenwood over Lincoln Lutheran. Lincoln Lutheran has the basketball. And now Ashland-Greenwood steals it away. On the tip pass, trying to get it into the center of the lane, unable to get it. And now Kissinger has it on the right side. In the lane, Kissinger, the layup will not fall. And defensive rebound for Lincoln Lutheran. They have numbers. It's a 5-on-3 break in the lane. Stoll gets the layup to go with the foul.
Yeah, Kissinger missed it right there. Coach Mose wants the foul. Probably a little bit of a makeup. The one thing, even when this is what you practice, right? 5-on-4, fast break. Good job by the Lincoln Lutheran Warriors. Even better job there by Stoll, getting it off the glass, knowing that you had numbers, changing speed, little bit of a mini Euro step, wide finish off the glass for two to get back into this game.
The first free throw on the way. It's no good by Stoll, and the three-point play is not converted. So it's just a 2-point layup. 20-16 is your score. Ashland-Greenwood out in front by 4. 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go, second quarter. On the left side, it's Mose. Mose picks up his dribble, looking for a teammate. He gets it knocked out of his hands, and here comes Dutzman. Dutzman crossing over in the lane. The left-handed layup, no good. The put back by Stoll. That one's in. It's 20-18, and Ashland-Greenwood needs to talk things over. Ashland-Greenwood leads by just 2 points. They've seen their 8-point lead dwindle here halfway through the second quarter. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside with them here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman with you. Tonjes with the basketball, now top of the key to Mose. Ashland-Greenwood has it up by 2 on top-seeded Lincoln Lutheran here in the Class C1 semifinal. Good cut. Tonjes in the lane.
Good cut there, right? You ran a secondary cut at the top of key. It was actually a back pick there to get their big player getting started. Good job there by Coach Mose coming out of essentially a timeout and, getting a star player on the scoreboard.
It's 22-18 now. Ashland-Greenwood out in front by 4. 3:25 to go, second quarter. Here's Stoll now On to the right side into the game is Hawley for Lincoln Lutheran. Now left side, working on the left wing, it's Dutzman. Dutzman driving on Mose. He gets doubled, spins out of it, pass deflected, touch pass left side. Fiddler for three. He missed it off to the
good rebound
back
there.
iron, and now a rebound once again by Lincoln Lutheran. Another offensive board for them. That's their 5th of the day. On the right side, it's Fiddler as they swing it around the perimeter. The Warriors down by 4, 2:56 to play. Fiddler will try again from deep. He cannot hit. Now that offensive rebound tipped out again. Back to Fiddler. Now to Ernst. Ernst jab steps, working on the much taller Tonjes of Ashland-Greenwood. Here now they'll switch Tonjes onto Dutzman. They double Dutzman, cross-court pass, 3-ball, stole, got it. 3 chances out of possession there,
Yeah,
Jay.
the offensive rebound, 2 of them by Stoll. He gets the payoff for the deep 3. The one thing that they're doing, if you look at what Ashland-Greenwood is doing, they're trying to make Derek Tonjes not play defense, right?
Yeah.
So they're playing against Ernst. You gotta make him play defense if you want to win this game if you're Lincoln Lutheran.
Here is Mose. Mose with the basketball to Tonjes. Tonjes at the top of the key. He dribbles once with his left hand, picks it up at the elbow. Tonjes spinning around with that left foot pivoted. Now he gets it right back. Tonjes, 2:07 to play second quarter. Ashland-Greenwood leads by just 1. In the lane, the tough floater just off front iron. The rebound tipped around and finally controlled by Dutzman. And Dutzman will slow it down and now bring it across the timeline.
You know, Nick, I think, right there, I think any chance that you can run against Ashland-Greenwood, especially with Tonjes getting deep in the lane, he misses, you got to take advantage of it because of the size difference.
And now a cross-court pass is taken away. Here comes Kissinger in the lane, misses the bunny, but the putback is good. Nice job by number 10, Fangmeyer for Ashland-Greenwood to be right there and tip it in.
Right, Ashland-Greenwood wants to play this slow-down, methodical half-court game because they're coming from no shot clock. Lincoln Lutheran needs to do the opposite until you want to play half court the way you want to.
Here it's out of the key. It's Stoll. Stoll now to Ernst. Ernst to Stoll. Passing left side, Fiddler. Fiddler trying to get it down low. Throws it cross court. Ernst wide open 3-ball, and we are tied at 24.
Yeah, he's letting you know. Listen, I'm not a self check. Ernst is a big time football player, and he's doing it on the basketball court as well. And I meant it right here, Nick. That was a good foul there by Ernst, and it's a good hard foul there.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is Derek Tonjes plays essentially like a Derek Walker stretch 4, right?
Yeah.
And so he's controlling the tempo. He's kind of like jogging the ball up. Well, a lot of times his shots, whether it's a make or miss, is close to the halo. If you miss, you got to go sideline, opposite, easy 2 points.
Yeah.
We've seen it with Stoll, right, when he got back into the game. And then make him play defense in half court. Now, for the Blue Jays, you know that everybody's focused on Derek Tonjes.
Yeah.
You got to get Cale Kissinger going. You got to get number 11 here, my man Westerhold going.
And on that cue,
Right.
he lets a left-handed layup to give Ashland-Greenwood a 2-point lead.
Because when you come in with 3 players averaging double digits, you got to get them all going, especially in the first half.
Here's Dutzman with 40 seconds to go until halftime. Dutzman for Lincoln Lutheran kicks it out to Stoll. Stoll almost bobbled the pass, now gets it right back from Ernst. 33 to go in the half. 26-24 is your score. Ashland-Greenwood, the 5 seed on top of number 1 seed Lincoln Lutheran. 24 seconds now on the game clock. 10 on the possession, as Lincoln Lutheran won't be able to hold for the final shot. 5 seconds on the possession. Stoll, Dutzman, 3-ball for the lead. No good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Tonjes with 9 seconds on the game clock. Here comes Derek Tonjes for Ashland-Greenwood in the lane. Tonjes hesitates. The right-handed layup good with 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And Lincoln Lutheran will let the time expire. Ashland-Greenwood leads it 28-24 over top-seeded Lincoln Lutheran at the break. We'll step aside, come back with some thoughts from the first half here on Semifinal Friday on 93.7 The Ticket.
All right.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchased from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final Friday here at the Boys State Tournament. It piggybacks on what was an incredible Thursday. As your score at the half, Ashland-Greenwood has top-seeded Lincoln Lutheran down by 4. Ashland-Greenwood 28, Lincoln Lutheran 24. Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman alongside. Jay, for Ashland-Greenwood, it's obviously been the Derek Tonjes show. He's got 10 points, 4 rebounds on 3 of 7 from the field, 4 of 8 from the free throw line. There's been volume there for Derek Tonjes. Yeah. But when you look at Lincoln Lutheran, they've spread it out a lot more. Yeah. Not many guys are really taking control, but there's a lot of options.
Yeah, there's a lot of options, and they're just a little bit mad at themselves right now. It's like they, where Deuceman hasn't been able to hit a three. He's had a lot of good open looks. And they've had a couple defensive breakdowns, but, you had a big three there by Ernst to kind of tie, well, not kind of, to tie the game. And they need to put, they're probably telling themselves, like, look, we beat the same team by 19. We have got to push the pace. And so Ashland-Greenwood on the upside or other side with Coach Moses, he feels like, you know what, this is great. We like this type of pace. We're able to dictate the pace. That's probably one of the things he wanted to do coming into this game. And, he's thinking like, okay, we've had our volume player, with Derek Tonjes, 7 shots, and he's been at the free throw line 8 free throw attempts. That is a lot. And so that you got to either plan for that's going to continue or it's going to, probably be a little bit more minimized based on how the refs call this game. You got to look for Cale Kissinger to get going because I guess you can't expect 8 points this half from Cottrell, so you got to make it up somewhere else because you got to think, Nick, Tonjes, Westerhold, you understand it, right? 8 big points, essentially double his normal output in the first half has led you get 4 extra points, and that's your lead.
Well, 28-24 is your score. On the other side, I mean, we talked about it, right? Lincoln Lutheran knocked off Ashland-Greenwood earlier in the year. They only allowed 28 points the entire game.
Yeah.
In the game that these two teams played earlier in the season. Lincoln Lutheran won that game 47-28. Here you have it. Ashland-Greenwood's already matched that total now in just the first half. It's somewhat house money.
Yeah, it is. And also you got to think, though, at the time of that game, just looking at it, it's a little bit earlier in the season or middle point of the season. A lot of these players are football players. I know Kissinger is, Tonjes is, Big Cottrell is. So they hadn't got their sea legs per se. And so Lincoln Lutheran also needs to understand that they need to turn it up a little bit. I feel like they came out and they turned it on in the middle of the second quarter, but they need to really take it to another level. But you're 100% right. The offensive output earlier in the season, you essentially match that. So right now, if I'm Ashland-Greenwood, I feel like they have enough athletes to push the pace as well, but more of a controlled fast break. Whereas I feel like Lincoln Lutheran, if they can get into a run and gun match, even with their big guys, I think it really weighs their way.
Your score at the half, Ashland-Greenwood 28, Lincoln Lutheran 24. We got a couple of minutes until we start the third quarter here in the Class C1 semifinals in front of a really good crowd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. There will only be more people in these stands as the day progresses. We'll have Class A action in the afternoon and Class B action in the evening later on for your Friday viewing. All right, Ashland-Greenwood up by 4 at the half. We'll step aside, come back in 2 minutes, and come start the third quarter here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family. And you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, as we get ready to start the third quarter of play here in the C1 semifinal. The winner of this game gets the winner of our next game between Doniphan Trumbull and Concordia. Concordia is the 3 seed. Doniphan Trumbull, the 7 seed, knocked off 24-1 and 2-seeded Ogallala in the first round of the tournament. But we're ready to start the third quarter. Lincoln Lutheran will have the basketball as they get it to Stoll. Stoll now top of the key here. With it is Hager. Hager was real quiet in the first half. Great action down low as they get the layup to fall by Glines.
Yeah, right there. It's a good job there coming out of halftime. You want an easy shot, and the execution was even better.
So here is Mose across the timeline. Mose will pass it right side now. With it is Westerhold. At Westerhold, far corner into the Jack Johnson. Now Johnson to Kissinger. Cal Kissinger with the basketball on the far left side, gives to Westerhold. Swinging it around the perimeter to Mose. Mose now on the right wing. 7:21 to go, third quarter, 28-26 is your score. Tonjes with the basketball. He had 10 points in the first half. He tries to add to that total, and he does. It's 30-26 on a nice 2-point bucket.
Yeah, the same move that didn't fall in the first half. Good move there. Good on good. Good finish there by Tonjes.
Here, top of the key, Stoll. Stoll now left side, working his Dutzman. Dutzman with the basketball on the left side. Dutzman had 7 in that first half.
Good move.
Or rather, 8, excuse me. Now top of the key, with it is Glines. Tries to add to it. No, can't do it. Rebound tipped around a couple of times, and it's controlled by Dutzman for Lincoln Lutheran. In the lane, the reverse layup. Tried to put enough juice and English on it. Not enough on there by Dutzman, and it's going to go the other way to Ashland-Greenwood.
Yeah, a little bit too fancy there for my taste there by Dutzman. He could have probably went up through contact. Possibly could have got an extra foul on Derek Tonjes.
Tonjes on the right side of the lane. He has 3 defenders around him and throws it right into the defender, and will have a foul called against Derek Tonjes.
Now you
that's
see
going
that
to go
right
to
there,
Lincoln
right?
Lutheran.
Right, and so you got to think the possession before with Dutzman, you would like to see, right, especially when you get the tip. It's kind of like a kick out or offensive rebound. The defense is already in a negative position. You want to go at the star player early in the second half.
30-28 is your score. 6:24 to go, third quarter. Working is Glines. Glines on the left block. Kicks it out top of the key, Stoll. Now Hager. Hager with the basketball. He gets it knocked out of his hands, and bodies on the floor as Lincoln Lutheran's going to have it tied up. The possession arrow gives it to Ashland-Greenwood.
Yeah, Hager would have liked the foul there, boy. He got bumped way off his spot, fell down. Feet got tripped up a little bit. Nothing too, too physical, but a really good job there by Hull, really causing the jump ball, and that may pay dividends later in this third quarter.
6:08 to play, third quarter. 30-26 is your score. AG up on top of Lincoln Lutheran. Here's Ashland-Greenwood with the basketball. Ashland-Greenwood, that's Westerholt, gets it to Tonjes. Tonjes now working on number 24, Hawley for Lincoln Lutheran. The floater will not go, and it's going to be rebounded
right
here. Lincoln Lutheran out and running, as Jay Foreman just said. Hawley on the right side of the lane. The layup is good.
Yeah, right there. See your Derek Tonjes there, what I talked about, body control, right, and trying to draw the shooting foul. Sometimes it leads you into giving up fast break points. that's a coaching or a game tip that you have to make sure all your players are aware of.
On the left side, Westerhold. Now to right side, Tonjes. Near corner, it's Kissinger. Kissinger with the basketball. He hesitates, drives center lane, kicks it out left side. It's Mose. Mose with the basketball. He is still scoreless on the day. On the right side, it's Tonjes. 5:19 to play in the third quarter. Down low, Tonjes with it along the baseline. Finds Westerhold, who is fouled on the right-handed layup attempt.
Yeah, Coach Mose is upset at his team. He's trying to get some more motion here, but I think if he was really trying to talk to his team, I'm trying to run some more action for Cale Kissinger. The reason why is because I like his matchup, whether he's matched up against number 1 Braxton Glines or if he gets Stoll. You're trying to get this game. You got two teams that are really, really good, right? Yeah. So you're trying to find a chink in the armor. You're not going to just roll the ball out and roll them by 30. You have to find a way to maybe get one of their star players in foul trouble or find a matchup. Now, Ashland-Greenwood found Cottrell in the first half. Yeah. What's Lincoln Lutheran Warriors going to do in the second half?
Ashland-Greenwood goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line now with Lincoln Lutheran. They have the basketball to tie by Stoll. It bounced in and out. The putback is good by Dutzman. Nice job.
Now, I think when you look at the size here, you'd think Ashland-Greenwood has the rebounding edge. But I think the offensive rebounds that Lincoln Lutheran has been able to get has been paid off dividends. And now it's right there. Derek Tonjes attacking Dutzman. See if Dutzman is able to answer the call.
It is 33-30 now. Ashland-Greenwood out in front, back by 3. Here's Ernst in the lane. He kicks it through. Stoll back to Ernst in the near corner. Ernst hit a 3 in the first half. Now with the top of the key, passing it right side. It's Dutzman. Dutzman cross court to Ernst. Ernst in near corner, just on the left side. Here it is with Glines. Glines now Stoll. Ernst with the basketball. Back to Glines. Glines now top of the key. 8 seconds on the possession here with Lincoln Lutheran down by 3. Here is Stoll. Stoll with the basketball. Turns and passes it right side in the far corner. 3 ball. It is blocked. There's the shot clock horn, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, I didn't like that possession at all there by Lincoln Lutheran, and here's why I didn't like it, Nick. I don't think they challenged Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson has a significant size disadvantage at that time against number 24, Nathan Hull, who's out now. Now they bring in Grant Kuhlman, who has another size advantage. Yeah. Now he's going up against Cottrell. You got to make guys play defense. Don't just pass it around the perimeter waiting for a 3. You got to drive and dive.
Here's Mose, gives it now to Fangmeyer, who's into the game for Ashland-Greenwood. Fangmeyer has the basketball, 33-30 your score, 3:55 to go third quarter. The pass into the far corner just inside the perimeter to Westerhold. Now Cottrell to Fangmeyer, right side Mose, near corner, swinging it around the perimeter. Good cut down the center of the lane and a better finish by Fangmeyer.
Yeah, good job by Fangmeyer moving without his basketball. Even better assist there by Cale Kissinger.
On the right side, here it is with Lincoln Lutheran. Lutheran with the basketball. Left side, Ernst. Now with it is the lines back to Ernst near the logo. 3:28 to play. It's 35-30. Ashland-Greenwood over top-seeded Lincoln Lutheran in the lane. It's Lincoln Lutheran off the glass and in as a good shot through the contact by Grant Kuhlman. He'll go to the line to shoot one more.
Yeah, good move right there. I would have liked to seen that before, right? You get a one-on-one isolation. You can't let Cottrell do whatever he wants on both ends. Make him play defense. Good job there by Grant Cottrell. Left-handed drive, spin up through contact, three-point play. Doesn't matter how you get 3 points. As long as he makes the free throw, it all counts the same.
So Kuhlman with one more free throw. It's his first free throw attempts of the day. He pauses, he fires, and he makes it. It's 35-33 now with 3:22 to go in the third.
Kuhlman's another athlete we saw during the fall. Big tight end, number 88. Obviously at this class, you got to play dual sports. It's good to see both sports being represented to the fullest right now.
Now on the left side, here's Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer to Cottrell. Barrett Cottrell now to Tonjes. Tonjes with Ashland-Greenwood up by 2. They have the basketball. 3:01 to play in the third. In the lane, it's Kissinger. He's bumped and fouled from behind by Ernst. They got him for a reach-in.
Yeah, good drive there by Cale Kissinger. Put some pressure on Ernst. A little bit of a bump by Ernst when he got beat. I didn't think maybe he got caught by surprise of the speed and quickness of Cale Kissinger. Gives Blue Jays a chance to set up a baseline out of bounds here. And so when you got Cottrell and you got Tonjes right there, it puts a lot of stress on your guys right there at the point of attack.
So here is Tonjes on the right block, looking around, trying to fight through contact. Can't get the layup to go, and the defensive rebound is controlled by Lincoln Lutheran. Up the floor we go with Hager. He gets his pocket picked. Hager gets it poked away, and Ashland-Greenwood comes away with the basketball.
Yeah, you had a little bit of an advantage there, a secondary break. Tonjes was a little late getting down there just because he just missed the shot. That's where you got to get the rim runner right there, Nick. Too many dribbles there by Hager.
2:33 to go in the third quarter. Far side, it's Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer for Ashland-Greenwood gives it to Mose. Mose now Tonjes. Tonjes drives baseline on Dutzman. He lost the basketball, tried to throw it into the center of the lane, and Hager's going to get called for a traveling.
Oh, wow. I think Hager was trying to make up for that play right there, trying to draw the jump ball, but a smart play there by Ashland Blue Jays not to go in there and attack it. You had to call the travel.
Ashland-Greenwood 35-33. They lead it. They'll have a sideline inbound play coming up on their side of the floor. They'll throw it into the backcourt, though, where it's controlled by Westerhold. Westerhold, 7 points, 3 of 3 from the field so far today. Now to Tonjes, just outside the perimeter. He gives it back to Westerhold. Westerhold with 2:10 to play in the third quarter, and he's going to be fouled on the reach. No, rather, traveling violation. Yeah. I thought they got Dutzman for the reach.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a makeup call right there, but nevertheless, it was just a little shuffling of the feet, and that's sometimes when you get – I think this big court and also not being used to the sidelines here has caused a lot of travels in the last 2 weeks.
Here on the right side, it's Hager. He tries to drive, throws it through, 3-ball, Kuhlman. Can't connect. That would have given Lincoln Lutheran the lead. Yeah. And now Ashland-Greenwood coming the other way, up by 2, 35-33. Westerhold to Tonjes, who's trailing. He goes downhill. Spin move on the right block. Spin move the other way. Misses the layup. Rebound tipped around a couple of times and controlled by Dutzman. Dutzman gets it poked away. He tried to go behind the back. Didn't realize there was a defender on each side of him, and he poked it back towards Ashland-Greenwood.
You would have liked a little bit of a wolf call there if you're on Lincoln Lutheran Warriors to try to get a drive there by your best player. Unfortunate turnover there for the Warriors.
Here's Westerhold in the lane with the contact and the bucket.
Yeah. I mean, that was a little nature versus nurture right there. You got a little bit of a side pin down there. You got Westerhold matched up against Ernst, about 6'2", 6'3", against 5'8". Good effort there by Ernst. Body contact at the free throw line for a three-point play.
So 37-33 is now your score. Yeah. Ashland-Greenwood with one more free throw coming up. The Blue Jays shooting 57% from the field today.
Yeah, everything has been close to the rim. And so when you think about if I'm Lincoln Lutheran, I got to get back into this game if I can before the fourth quarter. I'm throwing that zone at them because I think every single time they face the zone, they hadn't scored.
Now here's Kuhlman. Kuhlman with the basketball on the top of the key. Gives it to Hager. Hager tries to go downhill on Tonjes. Can't go anywhere. 3-ball on the way. Ernst, he won't connect. And Tonjes clears the miss for Ashland-Greenwood. Pushing the pace is Tonjes. Now he'll slow it down back into the perimeter with the Blue Jays of Ashland-Greenwood up by 5. He'll throw it near the logo to Mose. Mose with the Blue Jays has the basketball on the left side. Westerhold. Westerhold back to Mose. 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. 38-33 is your score. Mose with the basketball, passes it right side to Kissinger. Kissinger with it. He picks up his dribble, gives it to Westerhold. 4 on the possession, spins around. Kissinger, 3-ball, right wing, and it's off front iron. Offensive rebound. Barrett Cottrell, he puts it back up. He misses the bunny. I don't know how it doesn't go in.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure what Lincoln Lutheran was doing. I think they heard the buzzer and thought it was the end of the quarter. All stopped. They got lucky right there that they missed an easy bunny right there for the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays. And so, Nick, you're talking about obviously Lincoln Lutheran is actually shooting 41% from the field, and unfortunately for them, they're only 20% from 3. Ashland-Greenwood is getting everything in the lane. They're trying to get paint touches. You got to adjust your defense there to stop this in the fourth quarter.
Off of the miss, it was tipped out of bounds off of Lincoln Lutheran, so AG has another possession here. On the right side, it's Kissinger with 5 on the game clock. He shoots the fadeaway. The offensive rebound, Tonjes, the putback is good, and there's the horn. Derek Tonjes doing everything for the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays. He now has 16 points on the day, and Ashland-Greenwood leads it 40-33 after 3 quarters. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds to start the final period here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, personal banking like you remember.
Hi, this is Chris Elgert, loan originator at Lincoln Federal. I know that buying a home is one of the most important decisions a person will make in their lifetime. That's why you need an experienced loan professional to explain all the options available, to answer all your questions, and to make the home buying process a rewarding experience. Talk with me and discover why Lincoln Federal is personal banking like you remember. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, final period. You have a feeling this one's going to come down to the wire as it's 40-33. Ashland-Greenwood up by 7. Lincoln Lutheran, do they have one last push in them to avoid the number 1 seed being upset? Here's Hager on the left side now. It's Stoll. Stoll back to Hager. Hager on the left wing. Dribbles, center of the lane. Now right-handed layup is no good, but Hager is fouled. And that's got to be the way you kind of get back into this.
Yeah,
thing.
you got to get – I mean, we've seen this in the last 2 weeks. You got to really, get to the free throw line. You got to make them. Now, they're shooting 50%, but they've only had 4 shots. Now, when you look at Ashland-Greenwood, they've had 12. And so you got to get that almost kind of as close as you can to even Steven if you want to get back into this game.
So 40-33 is your score, 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. The first free throw by Hager of Lincoln Lutheran is good. And Hager now has 5 points on the day.
Another thing you can do right here if you're Lincoln Lutheran, right, is not panic. Yeah. You got 7.5 minutes left, but then also let's up the pace here. A little bit of, maybe full court, even if it's not meant to trap and really, get Ashland-Greenwood off of their game. They're able to pass it around and get it to Derek Tonjes at will. You want to make him do something you don't want to do.
The second free throw will not go, so it's now 40-34 after Hager goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. On the right side, it's Tonjes. Tonjes with the basketball, 7:25 to go in the ball game. Now on the right side, here is Tonjes. Spins around on the block, cutting into the lane. Unable to get it to fall was Jack Johnson. He puts it back up. He can't get the layup to go, and it's going to be a defensive rebound cleared by Lincoln Lutheran. Here on the right side, it's Dutzman for the Warriors. The Lincoln Lutheran Warriors, 40-34, they trail to Ashland-Greenwood. On the left side, Hager, he slips, and we have a foul called against Ashland-Greenwood, and that's going to go against Kissinger.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he slipped on, I don't know if it's a wet spot down there underneath the hoop. And, it was I think it was a good defensive effort there by Kel Kissinger. A little bit of a body foul.
So Cal Kissinger just picked up his second personal foul. Here's Stoll, top of the key, now left side, Hager. Hager working on Tonjes in the lane. Has one hand on him, now dumps it back out to the perimeter. Here it is with Glines. Glines hit a 3 to start the second half. Has been quiet since. Now on the right side, working in the lane. Hawley, he falls on the basketball, and we will have a jump ball.
Oh.
Hawley didn't have possession of the basketball. I think Lincoln Lutheran's bench thought he had it, but instead we had the perfect view. His side was laying on the basketball.
Side was laying on it.
There was no possession.
That's a quick jump ball, though.
Yeah.
That's a 6'5" dude. You're not able to get your hand in there. I think, once he had possession, he could have got a timeout there.
Yeah. Here is Ashland-Greenwood. Across the timeline, they go with Mose. Mose with the basketball on the left side. It's 6:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Ashland-Greenwood, the 5 seed. They knocked off 4 seed Ogallala on Wednesday. Now they're trying to knock off 1 seed Lincoln Lutheran. Here on the right side, it's Westerhold. Westerhold with the basketball out top to Tonjes. Tonjes now spin move right side of the lane. The floater sat on the front rim for a moment, did not fall. And now on the defensive rebound, Stoll is going to get a foul, and it will be fouled by Ashland-Greenwood. I feel like that's the right call. There was a lot of physicality. Talk about the difference between needing a jump ball in that situation or just keeping your hands up when you have 3 defenders there to help you out.
We've seen that down here. You missed a jump ball there. I mean, I know that I think the reaction of Ashland-Greenwood fans were, I think it went so long. Why call it now? There was multiple fouls there when you're guarded by 3 guys.
So on the right side, here it is with Stoll. Lincoln Lutheran has the basketball down by 6. On the right side, here's Dutzman. He'll fire the tray. It sits on the front rim, no good, and we have a foul down low against Ashland-Greenwood on the rebound attempt.
Good job there by Hawley, trying to really sneak in there through Westerhold and draw the foul there. Now, like right now, if you're talking about getting back in the game, Nick, right? If you are not driving the ball against this Ashland-Greenwood Greenwood defense right now with 4 fouls for them, you will not win this game.
Yeah, already 4 fouls in the quarter for Ashland-Greenwood. Now they pass it through the lane. Lincoln Lutheran does, and it's taken away by Tonjes. 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Ashland-Greenwood is led by as many as 8. They currently lead by 6. 40-34 your score. 5:21 to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Mose with the basketball at the logo. Mose with it. 5:16 to go in the ball game. Ashland-Greenwood leads at 40-34. Mose dribbles around the perimeter, now gets it to Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer down on the block to Tonjes. Fadeaway jumper, good shot by Derek Tonjes.
Yeah, you're letting him do whatever he wants. He's killing you right there on the offensive right block. You have got to make adjustments here on if you're Lincoln Lutheran or Ashland Blue Jays is going to win this game.
Derek Tonjes with 18 points, but how about Jacob Dutzman? He fires the 3, and he's able to drill it, and immediately Lincoln Lutheran calls a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside as well, come back in 60 seconds. 4:49 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 5-point Ashland-Greenwood lead.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. 4:49 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 42-37 your score. Ashland-Greenwood out in front by 5 over Lincoln Lutheran, as Ashland-Greenwood has the basketball following the Warriors timeout. 42-37 is your score. Barrett Kittrell has the basketball now. With it is Tonjes. Tonjes with 18 points on the day. He looks right side, throws it to Mose, back to Tonjes. At this point, why would anybody other than Tonjes shoot the basketball for Ashland-Greenwood? Now on the left side, Kissinger. I guess this is your other option. Kissinger in the lane. He can't hit the layup, and the rebound is controlled by Dutzman for Lincoln Lutheran.
I like that offensive possession. I think you could just keep going back there. Cale Kissinger is a pretty good player. You got to trust him.
Dutzman tries to step back for 3. It won't go, just off back iron, and Mose tracks down the miss. Here comes Tonjes. 4:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Only a half a quarter left in the C1 semis. Tonjes falls down while he shoots the basketball. Offensive board, Kissinger, and Kissinger is fouled. Cal Kissinger going to the line.
Yeah, Coach Bowens is upset right there. First of all, the shot selection by Dutzman. A step-back 3 when you're trying to make a run is not the best shot. You can get that shot anytime. And that means any day, anytime. And you come down on defense right here. You get a good stop. You go for a one-handed rebound. You just get discombobulated. Now you got Cal Kissinger, who's a pretty good free throw shooter at the free throw line.
Kissinger drills the first one. Cal Kissinger with now 3 points on the day.
Right. When you think about this, you got to make championship winning plays, and everybody wants to think that the fancy plays are it. It's the little things, Nick, that win you championship.
The second free throw for Cal Kissinger is also good. It's now 44-37 as Fangmeyer will sub in for Ashland-Greenwood for Kissinger.
Yeah, Fangmeyer, had a little bit of a spark coming off the bench here. And so, Cal Kissinger, just a little bit shaky from the field, but I think it's all good shots. And your Coach Mose, you got to understand, he's one of your starters. You got to, instill some trust in him as
Here's Dutzman. He'll shoot the 3 on the way. He misses that one. Stola gets the rebound. Out Hager. Hager lost the basketball for a moment. Gets it back in the lane. Hager, the layup is good.
Yeah, you're missing. Derek Tonjes is literally just riding your back. You cannot play defense like that, but they're letting it go, and those type of plays will cause you to miss easy shots.
So now Tonjes with the basketball with Lincoln Lutheran down by 4. Ashland-Greenwood's on offense. Here is Westerhold, now left side. Here's Mose now to Tonjes with it just inside the perimeter, driving right side. The double team closes him off. He finds Westerhold in the lane. It's good with the foul, and Westerhold's going to the line to shoot one more with 3:01 to go in the fourth, and Ashland-Greenwood up by 7.
A good complimentary basketball there by Derek Tonjes. Nick, I'm going to keep saying this and keep saying it. I know people can't see it. You're letting him go from the top of the key to the right block. And if he's not scoring, he's dishing it. He leads him in points. He leads him in rebounds. He leads him in assists. You have to make him do something that he doesn't want to do. Great performance by Derek Tonjes so far.
Ashland-Greenwood's now tied for their largest lead at 8 in the lane. Dutzman trying to take it over. He's out of control, and now he commits a foul after he missed the layup. Dutzman is actually playing Lincoln Lutheran out of this game right now with some of his shot selection.
Yeah, and if I'm there, Coach Bowens or Jesse Bowens, at some point you got 4 timeouts left. Burning one right now, down by 8 with 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 50 seconds left would be a good idea.
Here is
Not so much,
Ashland-Greenwood. Ashland-Greenwood up by 8, 2:43 to play in the fourth quarter. Tonjes with the basketball on the right side. He hands it off to Barrett Cottrell. Cottrell hit some big shots in the first half, has been quiet since. Now on the left side, it is Mose. Mose with the basketball, passes it left side to Tonjes. Tonjes back to Mose. Mose now with it, top of the key. 7 on the possession to Westerhold in the lane. Cottrell, 3-ball, no good. That one looked really good from the side, but it did not go. Now up the near corner, down low, in the lane. Good layup is good by Hawley rather.
Yeah.
That makes it a 6-point deficit.
Yeah, right now, if you're Coach Bowens, you got to figure out a game plan now for the next 2 minutes. And you got to look at the fouls, right? And Ashland-Greenwood has 4 fouls. You got 3. You got to make sure you play this game to perfection.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on 93.7 The Ticket. All right, so you're listening to KNTK FM 93.7 The Ticket, Firth, Nebraska, 47-41 your score. Ashland-Greenwood out in front by 6. 2:09 to go in the ball game. Ashland-Greenwood, Lincoln Lutheran just took a 30-second timeout, rather. Ashland-Greenwood will have the basketball.
Yeah.
And you got to feel like Derek Tonjes is going to have some sort of impact here.
Right. You got to think possessions right now if you're Lincoln Lutheran, right? And we talk about this in football. It's no different. You want to up your possessions and limit thirds, and you want to make them do something that they haven't been able to do. All game long, you essentially let the Ashland Blue Jays do whatever you want. Back cut with Cale Kissinger, Derek Tonjes, essentially driving down the middle of the lane. We'll see what happens.
Here's Tonjes with the basketball, working on Dutzman. Now he throws it right side to Mose. Mose gets him across the timeline. We're less than 2 minutes away from finding out and punching one ticket to the Class C1 state championship game. Now on the top of the key with it is Westerhold. Westerhold with the basketball on the left side. He turns, gives it now to Tonjes. Tonjes with it, hesitates in the lane. The layup off to the right, no good. He's fighting for the rebound, and it's controlled by Lincoln Lutheran. 90 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Lincoln Lutheran down by 6. Here's Stoll. Stoll with the basketball. Hands it to Ernst. Ernst back to Stoll. Stoll now to Dutzman. Dutzman driving on Mose in the lane. He stopped. He stepped on the baseline, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, right there. Coach Bowens is upset. He got rode pretty hard there by number 10, Fangmeyer. I mean, he rolled him. Unfortunately, he stepped out of bounds.
Inbound here to Kissinger. Kissinger will get it across the timeline. Kissinger will now slow it down. 1:12 to go in the fourth quarter. It is 47-41 Ashland-Greenwood on the right side. Westerhold in the corner. Now top of the key to Kissinger. Cal Kissinger passes it right side. Westerhold. Westerhold back to Kissinger. Kissinger in the lane. Near corner. 3-ball. Mose. No good. Rebounded. Tonjes.
Yeah, Lincoln Lutheran fell asleep again on the defensive rebound. Now they're just desperation. Oh,
and a nice 3-pointer by Holly.
Yeah, when you think about that right now, it would be 44-47.
Yeah.
Right? And now you're down by 2 possessions with 42 seconds left. You have 3 fouls. Lincoln Lutheran 4 separate times have fell asleep on the defensive rebounds when they forced a player that didn't want to shoot the 3 or a shot, and they were all missed shots, but Derek Tonjes was there for the putback. Now, he's a great player. There's no doubt about it. But the attention to detail, you see it. Ashland-Greenwood, Lincoln Lutheran, there's a little bit of difference.
Yeah.
Leads to a big difference in the scoreboard.
It is 49-44 with 42.4 on the game clock here in the fourth quarter. Ashland-Greenwood leads by 5 over the Lincoln Lutheran Warriors. It'll be Ashland-Greenwood basketball. Lincoln Lutheran still has 1 foul to give before Ashland-Greenwood will be in the bonus. So now they inbound it here to Westerhold, and Westerhold is fouled, and we're going to play the free throw game from here on out as Ashland-Greenwood will go to the line to shoot 2.
Right, now you're just hoping to get it in.
Or excuse me, they're going to have to sideline inbound it again, but they're going to foul once again.
Right now you're trying to get it in somebody's hands that hadn't either been shooting well from the free throw line, or you just have game plan for it. And
so they inbound it.
Greenwood, is actually a pretty good free throw shooting team.
So now Kissinger on the left side, Westerhold, nobody's fouling him. Still now they'll foul him. And they allowed 7 seconds to run off the clock there. Lincoln Lutheran did before Westerhold was fouled.
Yeah, Nick. When you're thinking about this, I'm thinking the attention to detail is obviously very, very crucial when you play these type of games. And when you get into situational basketball, it doesn't matter what your ranking is or your seed is. Right now, you got bailed out there by Westerhold to miss one. You got 35 seconds. You're down by 5 at the most point 6. You got to have a 3. You got to think 3 possessions here. All right, you got to try to create 3 possessions. So most teams will come down and jack up a 3. You make it, it's great. If you don't, game over.
The second free throw is good. Westerhold goes 1 for 2 at the line with 34 seconds to go. Here's Dutzman. Dutzman crosses over on the right side. He lost the basketball. He gets it back. Now to Stowell. Stowell in the lane. In the right-hand layup's good with 23 seconds on the game clock. It is now 50-46. Ashland-Greenwood leads by 4, and we will step aside. We'll come back 30 seconds. Lincoln Lutheran took a full timeout. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So Ashland-Greenwood will inbound it here to Fangmeyer. Fangmeyer to Tonjes. Tonjes now in the backcourt, and he is fouled with 19.6 on the game clock. Ashland-Greenwood leads by 4 with 2 free throws coming up for Derek Tonjes.
Yeah, right now, hopefully you had a 2-possession plan here, right? You're up. Most you could be down is by 3 or by 4 or by 6, excuse me. So you got 2 possessions right here that you're thinking about. You're hoping that Derek Tonjes misses one of these, then you can potentially get a and one. Banked it in. Yep. When things are going well for you with Derek Tonjes, he, thank the good Lord up there. He's at 20 points and 11 rebounds. It's a pretty dominating performance by Derek Tonjes today. Early in the morning, woke up with fire in his blood. 6 points now. Now you got to come down and get a good 3 here by your best 3-point shooter.
And a good foul there by Ashland-Greenwood as the 3-point shot was made by Stoll, but it does not count.
Well, you like that, though. We talked about at the end of the half with 2 fouls, Lincoln Lutheran let Derek Tonjes drive it from one end to the other. You needed a foul there. Good job by Coach Mose right there at game planning.
So that's going to give Lincoln Lutheran 2 free throws at the line. 52-46 is your score. Stoll is at the line. The first one is good.
Now, Nick, right here, you got to think same thing. You're trying to make this 16.7 seconds last forever, right? So you can't afford to jack around for 4 seconds like you did on the first time.
Yeah.
Now you got to plan. Now you got to also. This is what you practice on, though, Nick. Right? You go for offensive rebounds here. You've done a good job of doing that. You actually have the ball on jump balls. So these are the things that you have to think about. You want to create possessions when you normally wouldn't have them.
They try to intentionally miss it, and they're going to say a lane violation on Stoll, which means it's Ashland-Greenwood basketball with Lincoln Lutheran down by 5.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit. You got to time it up. You almost have to wait a little bit. Probably a little bit too much of a heat on that bad boy. But when you think about this, Nick, right here, you got to go for a jump ball right here. Go for a jump ball.
Here in the lane, they're going to intentionally foul Kissinger, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Right, so now you got 16 seconds. You're kind of in the same spot you were. Actually, in a little bit more of a dangerous spot here. You potentially could be down by 7. So you're in a little bit in a pickle here, Nick, when you think about this, right? And so you got to think about some of the things you got to do a game plan. You got to make sure you get it up towards half court within a second or two, and you need your 3-point shot to go in. If I'm looking at it, 16 seconds, you got to make it go in by 12 seconds. So you got to think you have to have a 4-second play to hit a 3, another timeout, go back at it again.
53-47, one more free throw to come for Cal Kissinger. He drills it. 54-47, 16 seconds to go. Here's Stoll. He fires the 3. He misses it. Rebounded. Greenwood, as they will now be fouled with 8.6 on the game clock. And Ashland-Greenwood leads by 7 over number 1 seed Lincoln Lutheran.
Yeah, good job by Ashland-Greenwood. Came in here with an excellent game plan after being down early. Looking a little sluggish early in the first quarter, was able to rebound, and now they're able to finish this game off in only Ashland-Greenwood fashion. I think they came in with a little bit better attention to detail.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more physical. And you know what? They did a really good job of, sometimes you can outthink yourself, right? Where you think like, okay, the other team is going to adjust to Derek Tonjes, essentially driving right and parking on the right block. Well, a really good coaching job by Coach Moses said, you know what, if you're not going to stop it, we'll just keep doing it.
Here's Lincoln Lutheran with 4 on the game clock. They missed the 3. It'll bounce out of bounds with 1.1 showing. Ashland-Greenwood is going to play for the Class C1 title tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. As you'll hear the horn and your final score, Ashland-Greenwood 54, number 1 seed Lincoln Lutheran 47. The Warriors go down in the Class C1 semifinal. And despite the losing effort, Jacob Dutzman with his 13 points today became the all-time career scoring leader in Lincoln Lutheran basketball history. But their season comes to a close, 54-47 to Ashland-Greenwood. Jay, final thoughts on this one?
It was Derek Tonjes, and then you got enough from Westerholt. I think Westerholt had a big 3-point play. Dutzman was way off tonight. I think Ashland-Greenwood, I just think they didn't play a very tight game. I'm not throwing anybody on the bus. I just felt like the attention to detail was not there. I think Ashland-Greenwood made some great adjustments from the first time that they played to here, and I think that Lincoln Lutheran did not understand. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. It's easy to see, probably harder to do, obviously sitting over here, but I think it's Derek Tonjes and a timely scoring by everybody else. And also I think they had maybe 2 or 3 times the amount of free throws. And so that lets you know the difference of the style, right? I felt like there were some egregious 3-point shots by Lincoln Lutheran at untimely times. But I think Ashland-Greenwood made enough threes and had a minimal 3-point attempts, and they were trying to jam it down the face of Lincoln Lutheran, and there was no adjustments there. And so that's the difference in the game, right? And also they had their complementary player in Contrell step up huge, double season output. That's the difference in the game. Your guys that you necessarily don't think are going to step up, and your superstars stepped up. Ashland-Greenwood moves on.
Lincoln Lutheran actually shot better from the field in the second half Lincoln Lutheran did in comparison to Ashland-Greenwood.
Yeah.
43% from the field for Lincoln Lutheran, just 36% from the field in the second half for Ashland-Greenwood. But how about this number here, Jay? Lincoln Lutheran had 8 turnovers in the second half alone, and Ashland-Greenwood had 9 points off of those turnovers. You win by 7, and it's hard not to look at those numbers.
Turnovers and situational basketball is what win you championships, and then or allows you to advance. And Ashland-Greenwood has done a really good job. You want to give a lot of credit to Coach Mose and staff over there. They did a really good job of emphasizing ball control, possessions, and then obviously you like it in the hands of Derek Tonjes, and he paid off immensely today.
So Ashland-Greenwood advances to the C1 state championship that'll take place tomorrow at 11 a.m. They were state champions in C1 in 2022, 2023. They were not in the championship game in 2024, but they're right back there here in 2025. As Lincoln Lutheran goes down, the number 1 seed in Class C1, it plays no more. Ashland-Greenwood wins at 54-47. For Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert saying so long from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Join us around 10:45 a.m. for our next game, as it will be Doniphan Trumbull, the 7 seed here in C1 that upset the 2 seed on Wednesday. They will face off against 3 seed Omaha Concordia. That one at 10:45 a.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket from Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchased from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hello? Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. In your face. Happy Friday. You made it. Well done. You made it to the weekend. Rock stars. Outstanding. Give yourselves a hand, a pat on the back. And attaboy and attagirl. You deserve it. You deserve it. It's been a week. Shout out to Nick Sainert. Attaboy. To Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland, Chris Raff for stepping up and partnering through, grinding through an incredible 2 weeks over at Pinnacle Bank Arena, covering the state tournaments for the boys and girls. And it has just been, of course, it made a lot of news last night. Showed up all over the country. Jake Sorensen manning the board for this segment. Before we throw it back, we're going to hang out. You and I haven't done this in a minute.
It's been a long time.
Like, we haven't done this in a minute. And it's probably the thing we need to fix and adjust, because I love, you normally spend most of your time setting up other people.
Okay. It's busy.
I'm busy.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's setting up other people, and it's been a busy time all around, whether it be Lincoln sports, Husker sports, ticket sports. It's busy, and you're kind of the straw that stirs the drink. So it's always interesting to sit down and have conversations with you. The first thing that popped up on my feed this morning was the Husker game.
Yes.
And I try to be open-minded about this sort of thing, right? So text line, the number 402-464-5685 for the Starter Heyman text line. If you want to be a part of what we're doing for this segment, please give your opinions, give a shout out. Greatly appreciate it. But Jake, on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your normal excitement about the spring game?
Oh, well, it wasn't high, but it was. Let me explain this before I give you a number. The game itself, it's a scrimmage, it's a practice, it's a way for people to get in the stadium, and for inexpensive tickets, $10 or less for people, a lot of free tickets for people to go to the games, which is awesome. So with that in mind, and just people coming to Lincoln and enjoying the rail yard, coming to our station and enjoying coffee at the mill or beer or wine. With that, it was like an 8 because of the experience. The game itself, 4 or 5, just fun to be in the stadium, but it's still, you penciled it in for a weekend in Lincoln. Now, we live here, so it's already for us, but I think about the hotels nearby. I think about everybody that benefited, the restaurants, the bars. They counted on the spring game. They did. That's not the case right now.
It's a connection. It is kind of a landmark for this market's community there, for the financing. It's kind of the flag in the ship that tells you where things stand circa April every year, right? If businesses are doing well, it's an upswing.
Right.
If businesses aren't doing well, it's a chance to build reserve, right? Momentum, right? Reintroduce yourself to people. And it's difficult. The Husker games, while it is something, right, will give you something rather than nothing. But I hear the movie line. Spalding, you'll have hot dogs and you'll like it. You'll have Husker games and you'll like it. It bothers me that the community is not thought of enough to give them this.
Well, what they're doing, I mean, I'm not going to try to put myself in the brain trust of UNL and how this happened, but you're going to do 7-on-7 drills and a skills competition, and you're going to open up the complex for people to go see the training complex in the morning. You're going to food trucks. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could be fun in itself. But my question all along has been is does that bring any sort of similar numbers to Lincoln compared to what it was for the game? Knowing the game itself was flawed. Yeah, you knew you got the starters for 1 or 2 series max. You got to see the walk-ons. You got to see the 4th, 5th stringers get their chance to shine. We understood that, and we got it. It was a flawed game, but we liked seeing every single player play and giving them their spring game moment, their highlight of their career, which maybe would never happen on the field otherwise. I'm not sure that's going to happen with a 7-on-7 game or a skills competition, but I could be proven wrong. But I am skeptical. But I know that everyone is different on their thoughts on how this is going.
I was counting on your skepticism. I was 100% counting.
I tend to have that.
100% counting on your skepticism.
Pretty well.
Yeah, it was necessary. Here's my thing: that it is an opportunity. And it may be the only opportunity for some folks to run that tunnel with Husker fans in the building.
Right.
It may be the one opportunity for young Johnny and young Tiffany to be able to be in that building. When Husker football is actually going on. You're not there for a Garth Brooks concert. You're not there for any other thing. It's a chance to be in that building, and that's how you build the network up. That's how it happens. It's necessary, but it is also in this day and age, a transfer portal, new lineups, new personnel, new characters, new coaches, new schemes, all the things that we do not know.
Right.
We don't know this roster. Jake, we don't know this roster. It's a chance. It's how you pay off the fan base. Because if you tell me you've put in all of this resource and given all of this access to these young people, and you built this wonderful facility, why'd you build this great new facility if you don't have the talent to match it? And if you have the talent, if you went and got the talent, why wouldn't you let me see it? Why won't you let me get hyped in April and that'll carry me through, like Husker Power to carry me through from April, from 1 hour at Memorial Stadium to carry me through until kickoff in August, late August.
If I'm a Husker fan, I want to see Dane Key. I want to see Deshaun McCullough. I want to see these new names. I want to see Rocco Spindler. I mean, it's hard to assess a guard or a lineman that closely, but you want to see what he can do in limited snaps before the backups go in. It's a chance to see 1 or 2 series of something to give you a glimpse. I don't think that, I don't want to, call anybody out here, but I don't think that 1 or 2 series with your starters shows enough film for somebody to assess what you're going to be in the fall. Just saying. There's
literally nobody on the roster. There's literally nobody on the roster that your rivals and a Power 4 team haven't seen.
Right.
If you're talking about coaches and scouts looking at your program and your players, they know them already. They recruited them.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody is going to go, oh, you know what, of the 100 and some odd programs that you look at each year that play at this level, that you don't know the rosters of all the other 127. You know them.
Yep.
You know them. This isn't, I get it. It's your program. But that's the statement. It's your program. It's not the fans' program anymore. It's not. You have to be careful about how you say that, because what's just been said is it's no longer for the football fan. It belongs to the people who run the program, and that's it. Sorry, tough. Well, at some point it has to be about football. It's always about football. That's his job. I get it. That's their job. I get it. But you have to pay attention to the fan base and the people who pay the bills and the people who support and the people who go through all the stuff that they go through. Because there were people who were going through this stuff at these spring games long before I got to Lincoln, Nebraska. And it would be 100% disrespectful for me to come in and say, you know what? I know better. Tough.
Yeah.
Be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that we have to go this route, but Nebraska's not the only ones doing it. If Nebraska were the only ones in the country that were changing up the way they did the spring game, then I'd feel a lot worse about it. It sucks right now that how it's changed, but like we've said, it's already been changing over the years to what it used to be. So I guess we should have seen signs of it coming to this in recent years, but it doesn't mean I have to like it though. Yeah. I can be angry. I can yell at the clouds,
get them,
and be angry and say, you know what? Yeah, I get this is the trend. I don't have to like it. You can't make me like it.
Right. And
I'm not going to.
Well, but
I'm stubborn.
But you're the voice of the fan base.
I speak for the people.
Yeah, and Jake, and this listen, in case you hadn't figured that out, that on the number one show in the state, that in this spectrum, in this vacuum, you're the voice of the people. We have voice for the former players, the former coaches. No, you're the voice of the people. And when you say, you know what, I have some discomfort in this. I'm not satisfied with this. You've earned the right. You're fully vested.
I am.
You're fully vested. There's not a question of whether, right? And you don't have to go down and pal around with the coaches.
Nope.
Right?
I don't.
Eric, he is too. He is a man of the people. That's going to be your new mantra. The voice of the people. Get him, man.
I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, there you go. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
I was wondering what that was.
I don't know what happened.
I was wondering what that was.
We're good. Sorry.
I was wondering what that was. No, it's interesting times that as the men's basketball program goes through its branding and rebranding each year. Mm-hmm. As women's basketball, we're trying to figure out exactly what kind of program you have, right? Right? Is this an elite program? Is it the program? What we know about both Nebraska basketball programs is that it can go toe-to-toe with the best in the country, and it can also look like it doesn't belong on the floor with the worst, with the bottom of the Big Ten.
Yes.
On any given night.
Very, very up and down.
Right? On any given night.
Up and down.
Any given night, it can be any variety of things. So for you as a voice of the people, where is your comfort level in the advancement, the elevating of the men's program 1 year from now? What is your confidence level?
Well, it's concerning. I mean, I think all the programs. I mean, football. I'm glad they made a bowl game to end the hideous streak they were on for missing bowl games. But you add a lot of new pieces. There's no guarantee that gels, and that's an every year thing. You want to the days of building rosters from guys to be from freshman to senior year those days are over. Some guys will stick around and be here all 4 years, but it's uncommon that they want to go to a different place for either more money, a different experience, and that's their right. That's in this new world of NIL, they have that right to do that and experience. So it's hard for me to say that every year is going to be better or that it's going to continue to be great, because there's so much movement on a year-to-year basis in all the sports. Football, I mean, wrestling's done a great job keeping guys here, but I'm talking about football and basketball. Number one, basketball's roster has changed a ton every year. Bryce and Juwan came back, and that's great. But guess what? Besides Sam sticking around and Jeff Grace on the bench and Kale, I mean, you had a brand new roster. Everybody. And it'll be the same thing to a bigger extent next year. Essentian sticks around. Likely he's back. Bearcay's probably back. And then beyond that, Sam's back. And who else? There's no guarantee.
It won't look the same.
It won't at all. Bryce Williams is a massive loss. That's a first team all Big Ten player on both the coaches and media, both. And you don't have him back.
Have you done the hindsight is 2020 thing with basketball and going, wait a minute, this is a program that had Bryce and Trey and Derek Walker and Sam Griesel and Keisei Tamanaga and Bryce and Juwan at various intersections and couldn't get it done.
Yeah. I know it's painful. It really is.
But doesn't that say to you how good the Big Ten is and how talented you have to be to excel in the Big Ten? Like, if you took all of those people and put them on a roster right now, I'm still not sure you win the Big Ten.
No,
right? Like, think about that. If you took the best of the last 6 years, it would be fun to watch. But I'm not sure. I think you're getting the dance, and I think you got a chance to break the streak.
But maybe.
But
there's a chance. Nothing's a guarantee with this program.
Jake, man. All right.
We haven't won a tournament game in the history of the program. You could have everybody every All-Star ever here, and they'd probably lose somehow to a 16th seed as a 1 seed.
Right.
That's just how it goes in Nebraska basketball. We are scarred. It's not fair. Our lives are falling apart, and we just try and we fail. And we say next year's the year, and next year never comes. And we do it all again because we love the program. It's what we do here in Nebraska.
Voice of the people, Jake Sorensen. Hey, we're gonna throw it back to PBA. Nick Zader, Jay Foreman. State basketball here on the ticket.